Hi, my name is Isabel, and I'm just going to be talking a little bit about my story and how I became a Christian. So, I would say before this point in my life, my goals and purpose in life always felt like me trying to become this ideal Asian kid. And to me, what this meant was I had to be good at school, I had to be involved in a lot of extracurriculars, I had to have some kind of specialized skill. And so I always tried to do more and get good results in these kinds of aspects to feel more fulfilled. Because I was kind of following the mindset that a lot of people around me had too, which was like, if you're good at these aspects, then you'll get into a good university, which will lead to you getting a good job, and then, you'll be like successful and happy forever or something like that. And so my goals in life were always really rooted in, the next competition or the next test or whatever I had. But I was also someone who got anxious extremely easily. And so by valuing these things so much, I also got extremely stressed about them. I remember there would be mornings where just waking up and thinking about an upcoming event would cause me to feel so anxious and nauseous. And my cure to kind of get rid of those feelings was to obsess in my head over how to plan my time and maximize the amount of work I had. Because I kind of had this mindset that as long as I work hard and work harder than other people, then I'll be able to succeed for sure. And then once I succeed, it'll be fine because, the stress will all go away. But this was a completely false hope because I'm pretty sure we all know, we don't always succeed. Hard work does not always lead to success. So I always had these high expectations for myself, and often I wouldn't be able to meet them. And when I didn't meet them, I would often feel so worthless, because it just felt like I was born bad, or born worse than others. Not even hard work could help me, be the person I wanted to be. And then even if I did succeed, it was still never enough. I was never still truly happy, because after you succeed in one goal, there's always going to be a new and a higher goal. And this new and higher goal would just cause me more stress because it was the stakes were higher. So I remember when I was in grade 7 or 8, I got into this kind of well-known orchestra in our area. And at first it felt great, obviously, but soon enough, my self-esteem started to really lower because the level of playing increased by a lot. And going to rehearsals would cause me to feel so much pressure because I felt like I was so much worse than everybody else, to the point where even if I practiced 10 times the amount as them, I still wouldn't be able to reach their level. And so this kind of cycle of stress was continuing no matter what I was doing. And it just seemed so purposeless because even as I was getting closer to my goal and closer to the kind of person I wanted to be, the stress was only increasing. So you might be wondering, where was Christianity in all this? Because if you didn't know, I was actually born into a Christian family. And so, I went to church every Sunday. I always believed in God and in the resurrection, but I was kind of believing so without really thinking or understanding of it. I think it was more of me just obeying and following my parents, who were Christians. So it was really their faith, and it wasn't really my own faith or a true faith. But maybe starting from grade 7 or 8, I started joining our church's youth fellowship. And I think I slowly started to learn more and more about God and what it really meant to believe in God, and thinking more about my own faith. And one really important realization that I had was that, even though I couldn't fully accept myself for who I was, God accepted me, and he was calling me and welcoming me into his kingdom. This acceptance that he had for me didn't come from anything that I did or anything that I needed to, but it was just simply because of the fact that God loves me. And so I realized that I was carrying and stressing so much about all these other things that didn't really matter. Because even if I failed or succeeded at the next competition, it wouldn't make a difference. God would still love me the exact same. And what really comforted me is that he promises to be with us through whatever situation or struggle we're going through. So I knew that I could just trust in him and his great plan for me. There was a Bible verse that I really like to quote often, which was Proverbs 3:5-6. And it was, "Trust in the Lord your God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him and he will make your path straight." this kind of the effect that this realization had on me, it definitely wasn't an immediate switch. But I did notice myself starting to get stressed less and less frequently because I was kind of caring and thinking about these situations in a different way. And each time I did get stressed, I found myself starting to have this instinct to pray to God to help me to focus on the more important things in life and just be able to trust in Him. And I think after praying this, it would give me a lot more peace. I think if I could compare myself now to myself even a year ago, the difference is that I'm now able to really accept myself for who I am, and I'm okay with being average or bad or not the best at certain things, because what I accomplish or what I don't accomplish no longer defines my worth in the way I see myself. Because I know that I'm already valued by God, and so valued to the point that I was worth Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. And I know that nothing that I do right now or in my life can change that fact. And so my stress and my worries in life, they no longer control me. Like, I still work hard at these things, but my focus and my desires in life are now more rooted in God, and I can see these situations that used to cause me stress in a different way. There's still a really long way for me to go, obviously, but I want to continue to grow and continue pursuing my relationship with God. So that's my story, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. And thank you.